Is it still fun to be on the show? Is it still the same enthusiasm?
It is. We are just doing season 3, and season 3, they wrote great stuff for McAllister. You know, my level of fun is directly proportionate to what they're writing. And when they write great stuff, it's really, really fun. And our 2-hour movie we have in the sort of middle of season 3, it's interesting. It has a, it's sort of a little bit of both. It's very real. It does very much live in the real world. But it also has an element of wish fulfillment, where it's ever so slightly a fantasy, ever so slight. So sometimes we take elements from what's going on, and then other times it has absolutely no effect on the walkers whatsoever. I mean, the walkers appear to be the only family in the world that haven't lost any money in the economic meltdown. Literally, they're the only family in the world. So, you know, it's a little bit of both. I think you can, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish, and I think each show is different. I do think the one rule for all movies and all television is that people come to movies, TV, any kind of art to learn about themselves, to learn that they're not alone, that their experience is common to other people, even people who they have nothing in common with. Oh, it was awful for us. The writer's strike was so hard for us because our show is about writing and acting. That's all it's about. And our writers, when the strike ended, they have worked, I think, 35 consecutive episodes without a break, which is almost unheard of. They are dead. The writers, it's interesting, the writer's strike affected everybody's ratings across the board, every show on TV, but I think I read a stat that ours were affected the least of any television show, of any on the networks, I believe. So we're doing, yeah, we're moving on down the train. I love TV. I love it because of the level of actor that's working on I think pound for pound, the best acting on any given time, if you just grabbed an average movie without figuring out which one it was, and grabbed the average television show, in my opinion, the acting's better on television right now. Well, I think that game is won and lost the minute the character enters. And with McAllister, I'm so ahead of the game because he's not like anybody else on the show. Everybody else on the show is neurotic. McAllister's not neurotic. He knows what he wants. He knows his own mind. He doesn't let anybody get in his way. And he never second guesses himself.
He has his own problems.
It is the exact opposite of everybody else on the show.
He has his own problems.
He's got his own, listen, he's very, very complex, which is great. He's very flawed. And particularly you're going to see that in the 3rd season when he has to face a huge crisis in his life and has to sort of figure out really where he is and who he wants to be. Oh, I do. Listen, The West Wing. I'll put that up there with any movie ever made, and you know, there's still amazing movies. I mean, obviously, there always will be, but I just think that television has evolved within the past decade into a really, really, really good place for acting and writing. And whether it's on broadcast or cable, it's still television. So you take The Sopranos, you take Grey's Anatomy, Lost, our show. You know, that's up there with the kind of movies that they don't make anymore. They don't make mid-level movies anymore. They make low-budget comedies, which I love. They're hilarious. Superbad, favorite movie of the year. And they make Oscar bait movies that literally 3 people see, and people win awards for them, and they're fantastic. And they make cartoon franchises. That's it. That's it. So movies that I grew up being in, they don't make them anymore. They're on TV now.